So he still don't want to get out. So I had some leftover food from the restaurant. I was like, okay, you don't want to get out. If you don't get out, I'm going to dump all this fucking food on the ground. Like, serious. I was not trying to waste his food, but he was pissing me off, y'all. Like, he was getting on my fucking nerves. So finally, he gets out, gets his food, gets to his car. I don't even see if he gets to his car. Good, whatever. I pull up. So then he starts blowing my phone the fuck up. Like, I had at least 50 fucking notifications from this man. I kid you not. He keeps texting me over and over and over. He keeps calling me over and over and over. So finally, I look at the phone, and the text says, I left my keys in your car. Luckily, I was only 5 away, so I drove back around. When I go to give this man his keys, I crack my window like this much, right? And this motherfucker grabs me through the fucking car, y'all, and tries to pull me out the car through the fucking window. So I'm like, oh my God, like this motherfucker has lost his mind. So instantly I roll the window up with his hand in it and I pull off. So I'm dragging his ass with the fucking car through the fucking window. Somehow or another, he got out. I'm like speeding like a bat out of hell trying to get home. And this is when this motherfucker really lost his mind. I thought I was in a fucking Lifetime movie, y'all, real shit.
Abusive men are literally like drugs, because when you leave them, you know, you're like, I'm done, I'm never gonna be with them again, like fuck that, like they're killing me, they're eating me from the inside out, and you're done. And then you start to miss them, right? You miss them, you have cravings for them, and then sometimes you cave and you go and see them again. And when you first see them, like, you're so happy, you lay in their arms and you like just feel so safe and shit, and like things are gonna change. This time it's gonna be different. And then they do the same thing. They almost kill you again. And then you leave again and just say, okay, no, this time I'm done. And then you start having nightmares and like withdrawal symptoms.
Got turned around on me.
No, you did it to yourself. You can't even say it got turned around on you, because you simply could have let it go when she started sending a picture of herself to you. You should have automatically blocked her instead of adding her on Snapchat and doing what you did behind my back to hurt me. If you loved me, you wouldn't do that. You don't do that to someone you love.
And I fucking regret it. Okay? That's something I gotta live with now for the rest of my goddamn life.
Go ahead, do it. What are you gonna do?
2 seconds. Get the fuck off my car.
Please leave the car alone. No, we're leaving. All I'm trying to do is take my TV.
Right now, Sarah. Fuck you.
Go ahead.
I am.
Go ahead.
Got the proof on camera.
Bye.
The money real long.
I'm watching my tone. Da-na-na. I ain't talking back. No. Why? Because I'm going to get thrown. Da-na-na.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, I would like to order a pizza.
Ma'am, you're calling 911.
I know. What's your special of the day?
Are you okay, ma'am?
No, it's for delivery. The address is 104 Carver Street.
Ma'am, is there someone I can talk to?
Yes, I will also like a pepperoni pizza.
Police is on their way, ma'am. Meanwhile, can you stay on the phone?
No, thank you. Don't take too long. I'll leave the lights on.
Tell me about the worst way that you ever left somebody.
So for a whole entire month, I had to fake the funk with my ex. So a month before I left, I had planned it all out with my son's father. He was aware of the situation. I told him I had to get out because it was both verbal and mental abuse that my ex was doing on me. So my son's father drove from Arizona 5 hours to California to come get me. That morning, my ex had to go to work around 5 o'clock in the morning. He asked me to give him a ride to work. I told him catch a cab. I'm too tired. He called up a cab and took off to work. So my son's father had driven to California the night before. He was staying at his mom's, waiting for me to give him that phone call, let's go. So as soon as my ex left, I called him up and I'm like, let's go, he's gone to work. I'm not kidding you, this guy literally got there so quick. He got there, packed up my whole apartment into a small U-Haul truck, and moved us to Arizona.
What if my ex wasn't actually abusive and I'm just faking the whole thing for attention? Savannah, he threatened to kill you. Well, yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah, I got married the day after my 16th birthday. I thought at the time, like, that's what I wanted, but I had no idea what I was getting myself into. My parents did the best they could in the situation, but now, like, knowing what I know, I will never, ever, ever let my kids get married that young. For some people, yes, it works out. For me, it was a nightmare. It was, I don't cuss, but it was hell, like literal hell. It's a long story, but my kids will live with me till they're 18. So I guess I'm kind of strict in that way. Like, if they got pregnant, I'm not going to be mad at them or mean or anything. Definitely not kicking them out. But if they wanted to get married, I'd be like, nope, sorry, we gotta wait till you're 18. You always think, like, it's gonna be different for me. Like, I know what I'm doing. I was 15, I didn't know what I was doing. Everybody was right.
Okay, here's something I'm really fucking tired of hearing. People who are in toxic relationships, they're like, well, why didn't you just leave if it was that bad? Sit the fuck down and let me explain something. Imagine there was a puppy and the owner was like, oh my God, I love you so much. Gave it bows and treats and everything it ever needed. It gave it baths and everything that it needed to be loved. However, once the dog got older, the owner started getting upset with it and started kicking it and started yelling at it. But then sometimes would feel bad. So it's like, oh, well, here's a bone. Like, I love you. And then the dog would be happy. And then they'd get like ear scratchies. And then it would go back to kicking and yelling, where this cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. But the dog still stays because that's what the dog knows. And it knows eventually it'll get some love at some point. Now imagine if you put that dog and put it in front of two people. One was the owner, one was a stranger. Imagine that stranger was the healthiest person that you could ever be with. Do you think the dog would go to that person? No. The dog would go to the owner because that is what's familiar and comfortable. Going the other way would be scary. That's why we don't shame the dog.